everyone, so today I'm going to be filming a video about body confidence. So body confidence is something that affects every boy and girl to some degree. Now today I'm going to be talking about my personal experience with body confidence, how I've struggled with body confidence and what I've done to try and overcome it. I wanted to make a video about this because I feel like it's something that isn't really spoken about enough, and it's something that really heavily affects a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying that my experience is the worst. I'm not saying what I've done to conquer my body confidence is the best way to do it, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on my personal experience. Now, this is a really personal experience, so it's obviously going to be different for everybody, but I just thought that it might be nice to share with you my experience and hopefully maybe help some people get over their fears of not feeling confident in their own skin. So as you guys know from watching my videos or reading my blogs, I am a super small build. Now, I have a tiny frame and I really struggle to keep weight on, and that's not through lack of trying. I eat like a horse, but if my weight does fluctuate quite a lot in terms of I'm really prone to dropping weight quite quickly. So if my appetite changes, or if I'm poorly, or anything is different than constantly eating, I will drop weight really easily, and that causes problems for me personally. It causes problems because of the way people perceive me. Now that includes the public, so like you guys, or just my or even my really close family and friends, relationships, all of those kind of things. You always feel judged on some way or another, whether people mean it in a horrible way, whether they're trying to be supportive, whether you're large, small, tiny, big, it really doesn't matter. We all face those problems of people judging us, or what we feel people are judging us about. So yeah, I have to eat a lot to maintain my weight, and since I was about 11, I started a new school. My family and I, we moved from like my hometown where I'd grown up until I was 11, so my childhood. And I started a new school in year 6, which is the final year of primary school, which I'm not sure the names of it in different countries. But basically, it was the first time where I'd kind of been made aware of sexuality and your body being kind of like a sexual thing. And it was scary for me because I was a late developer. I was obviously really tiny, really thin, really small in height, and my body wasn't something that I'd ever even kind of thought would be attractive. So I was introduced to that at a really early age, and I think we all are really. Sex and those kind of things are pressed on us at an early age, and it's intimidating and it's scary, and there's this kind of perception of perfect that we all have to feel we need to amount to, and it's not possible, and perfect doesn't exist. So from when I was really young, I felt like I needed to be more, and that I wanted to be nicer than I was. So for example, I have never had a big chest area. My breasts have always been really small, and that's something that I've really struggled with my entire life. So obviously when you start puberty, everybody starts kind of developing, and I didn't really, and it was just, I was like, oh, well, why not? And it's always been something that I've been really super self-conscious of. So not only am I facing the fact that I'm really tiny in my body frame, which I know I probably get comments saying, oh, that's such a blessing because you're so slim and la-di-da, and it is, for the most part. I am really glad that I have a high metabolism and that I am slim, but when you are on the other side, when you are tiny and you are fighting to keep the weight on, it is really difficult, and being called skinny or saying that you're anorexic or all of these kind of things really damage a person's confidence, because I'm not anorexic, I'm not bulimic, I don't have an eating problem, but when people are telling you that you look anorexic, or God, you need to get some meat on those bones, like even to this day, every single comment, whether it's meant in jest or whether it's nasty, really does stick with you. And it's the same for what, as I said before, for whatever shape or size you are. So I've always been self-conscious of my body since I can remember, around about the age of 11, because all of my friends were beautifully formed and curvy and beautiful, and I just didn't feel that way. And it stuck with me for my entire teenage years. So when I was at college or secondary school, I just didn't feel nice about my body, and there was so much that I wanted to change, and you just can't. And recently I've been through quite a lot personally, nothing that I'll kind of go into now, but it's really made me realise, like, I turned 25 on the 3rd of July, and 25, I don't know why, just feels like a kind of age where you want to, I don't know, like I felt like I really want to make a change, and I've decided like a whole bunch of things to conquer, and one of them is body confidence. So I did a naked photo shoot. Now, I know to a lot of people that's going to be like, well, you can't be unconfident if you can do something like that. And I have to say, it was the most difficult thing I have ever done, hands down. Getting myself to the photo shoot was incredibly hard. And basically my friend Laura, she writes an amazing blog, which I'll link below. She did this kind of strong and sexy project, and she lost a lot of weight in a really short space of time in a completely healthy way. And when she'd done it, she was like, do you know what, when I've achieved this and when I've made myself look the way I want to be, I'm going to do a naked photo shoot, because why shouldn't I celebrate the way I look now, because it's what I've wanted to achieve and I'm proud of it. So she worked with a photographer called Alexandra Cameron, who is incredible. And they did a naked photo shoot together. Now, I'm good friends with Laura through blogging. We've met and we've formed a quite close relationship, and she was like, Megan, you have to do this. She knows everything that I've been through this year. She knows how much I struggle with self-confidence in that area, and she was like, seriously, it's the best thing I've ever done. So Alex got in touch with me and said, Megan, would you like to do a shoot similar to Laura's? And I said, oh, God, like, I really don't know if I could do it. It feels like it would be the most ridiculous thing for me, because for example, for the first 6 months of my 7-year relationship, I couldn't take my bra off, which when you're an adult seems very weird. And I just couldn't do it because I just didn't feel comfortable or confident enough. And that just goes to show, even with somebody that makes you feel amazing about yourself, you just can't let go. And so I thought, like, obviously I've become more comfortable with my boyfriend now, but it's a thing that it would still exist if I wasn't with him. So if I was to go out into the world and be single and embrace single life or whatever, I would be back at square one. That's how I felt. So when Alex got in touch and was like, do you want to do a shoot? I was like, yes. I don't know if I can be naked. And she was like, that's fine, like, we'll just do some kind of body confidence, like, it doesn't need to be that if you don't want it to be. And it wasn't until the night before that I actually decided that I was going to get naked. And yeah, so it doesn't sound like it sounds odd, and I know it does. And when I explained it to people that I know or my family, they were like, I don't really get it. And I was like, but I get it. And reading Laura's post, you'll all get it as well, so please read it. So I went and met Alex, and we started off doing the photo shoot in my clothes, and I wore like one of my favourite dresses because it makes me feel pretty, and we just started the photo shoot because I feel really uncomfortable in front of the camera when somebody else is taking photos of me. So when I'm in control, it's fine, but if it's somebody else, I can't stand it. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. I don't really feel like I know what I'm doing, and yeah, I don't enjoy that experience. So Alex was amazing at making me feel more comfortable in front of the lens, and she wasn't telling me what to do. I was just moving and being really natural. It wasn't about being sexy. It wasn't about like showing off or anything like that. It was just about being me, being comfortable and working my way towards it. So then we did some lingerie shots. I bought a bag full of all of my favourite underwear, and we worked with a few different sets. And then Alex said to me, do you want to get naked? And I was like, yes. I didn't, and my heart was beating so fast, my palms were sweating, and I'm sweating now, kind of like thinking about it, which is gross. But I did it, and it For the first couple of seconds, it felt horrific. Like, I can't explain, it just felt like, what am I doing? I'm naked in front of somebody that I've never met. She's got a camera. I'm photographing this, and on the basis that it's going to go on the internet. And I freaked out a little bit in my mind, but after a couple of after a couple of shots that she'd taken, I kind of just let go, and I can't explain how I did it. I just thought, you know what, I'm here, I'm doing it, I'm naked, just own it and enjoy it, because it's my experience. It's about making me feel good about myself, and it did feel good. Like, it was a really odd experience to be naked in front of somebody else, but it was really liberating, and I just felt like a different person, and it honestly was like so exhilarating, and I had such a massive adrenaline rush. And we started off like, I'd take my bra off, and we do a few shots like tastefully, and I've done a huge blog post on the work I did with Alex, and I will link that below. So if you want to have a look at all of the images and read about stuff in more detail, then I'll link that below and you can read that. But yeah, we did some shots with like just my bra on, just my underwear, like pants on, and then Alex was like, is there anything else you want to do? Because she knew how nervous I was, and I think she didn't want to push me, and so I was like, well, shall I just get naked? And she was like, amazing, yes. So I did, and it was weirdly fine. Like, I just kind of rolled around on the bed and was just normal, and what I really wanted it to be was like honest and not sexy and not kind of forced or provocative or like not natural. I just wanted it to be me in my skin there, and that's exactly what it was. Like, the images are so natural, and it's looking at them afterwards was, and the whole experience was absolutely amazing, but it was looking at the photographs afterwards that really gave me that confidence, because looking at them and being like, that's me, and I actually like what I see. I felt good. I can't explain that feeling. I don't know how else I would have got that feeling, because there's so much that's happened in my life that has crushed my confidence about my body, that I just didn't feel like there was anything that would make me feel good. And looking at those pictures has made me feel like, yeah, like I am beautiful. Like, my skin, it's the only body I've got, and we've got to learn to love the skin we're in. And it's not about aspiring to be this perfect person that is shown to us on the media every day. And oh, it's not about oh yeah, a real woman's a curvy woman, or a supermodel's stick thin. It's not about those people. It's about you, and you don't need to think, oh, if I was a little bit slimmer, oh, if I was a little bit bigger. You have what you have, and you can work really hard to make it the best version you can make it. But the most important thing is that you feel comfortable in your skin, and doing something actively about it to change your viewpoint on it I feel is the only way to really overcome severe body confidence issues. And doing this photo shoot, there are a million things you could do, but I don't know what they are. I just know that this photo shoot worked for me. It makes me feel incredible looking at those photographs. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh God, that is so self-absorbed, or you're really vain, or anything like that. But I really don't care, because I think I wanted to feel good about myself. That's all I've wanted, like, my entire life, to just not love myself and be big-headed, but to feel confident, to go out there and be like, if I meet somebody and you end up in a romantic situation with them, that I'm gonna feel confident in my own skin and not be like hiding and feeling embarrassed. And that's something that I've always had my entire life, not just in front for relationship wise, but in front of family or anything. Like, I couldn't get changed in front of my friends because I'm embarrassed. Like, I would never get naked in front of my friends, and I know so many girls who do that, and I would do that now because I feel like this is my body. So what? There is nobody out there is perfect, and it's all about just loving yourself, and it's not about changing who you are, it's about embracing what you've got. And the way Alex works is just so incredible. She manages to capture your emotion, she manages to capture exactly what I was looking for, and to be in that situation where you're so vulnerable and so insecure, and for somebody to be able to turn that around. Like, I know it was me that got there and got naked, but Laura pushed me to do it, and Alex coached me through it, and that's amazing that women are supporting other women like that, and that's what we need to do. We all need to support each other, and that's what I want this video to be about. That's what I want my blog post to be about, that we're supporting each other and that we are all beautiful. Like, it sounds really cliche and stupid, but it's not. And before somebody else can truly love you, you've got to truly love yourself, and there's nothing more attractive than somebody who feels comfortable with themselves. And it's so sad that so many of us go through life feeling like we're alone and that we're not attractive enough, or we're not beautiful, or that these lumps and these bumps and are not nice, or my boobs aren't big enough, or my boobs are too big, or whatever. There's so many things that we put ourselves down about, and it's just about embracing the fact that this is the one body we've got, and we've got to love it, and we've got to love the skin we're in. And as soon as you can believe that, you can feel confident, and you really will feel like you can do anything. And I can't recommend working with Alex enough. Like, doing a naked photo shoot is the most scariest thing for most people out there, but it's the best thing, hands down, I have ever done. And any of my friends, any of my family, they would never believe in a million years that I would do something like this. And the fact that I've done it, the fact that I've shared those photos on the internet, they're there for anybody in the world to see. I don't care, and I feel good about it, and it's liberating, and I want the rest of the world to feel like that. I feel so passionately about it, and I really do believe that there is always something we can do about conquering any issues that we have, and feeling like body confidence issues, no matter how severe they are, you can conquer it, you can get over it, you can become comfortable and confident in your skin. And you don't have to get naked and do a photo shoot to achieve it, but I honestly feel like it's been life-changing, and I feel like I haven't taken a breath for this entire video, and it's probably going to be the longest, rambliest thing in the world, but I hope it made some kind of sense. You, me, anybody who feels uncomfortable in their skin, no matter how many times somebody tells you you're beautiful, you won't truly feel it until you can make a change in your life and do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else, do it for you, and you will reap the rewards, trust me. I just feel like a different person, and I feel so happy that I did it. Like, just doing it in itself is the best thing. And I'm not saying, oh, do a naked photo shoot and share it with the world. The reason I'm doing it is because I'm a blogger, I do YouTube videos, and the experiences that I have, to a certain extent, I want to share. So that's why I've done that. You don't have to do that. I just feel like there are always steps we can take to make ourselves feel better. And whether it be like you watch this video or you read the blog post and you think, do you know what? I know that if I go to the gym, or if I go for a run, or if I have a smoothie each day, I'm going to feel better about myself, and it's going to make me feel better about my body. Do it. What is stopping us loving ourselves? Nothing but our own demons, and we've got to learn to fight them. Love your boobs, love your bum, love your legs. It doesn't matter what they look like, because if you love them, somebody else will love them too. Loads of people will love them, and it will just be one big bundle of love, and that's what we need more of in this world. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know what you think about the blog post that I've written. I'd love to know what you think about this video. I'd love to know what you think about Alex's work, Laura's work, everything. I would just love to know your views on this kind of topic, and if you've had any experiences that have helped you overcome things, because I really want people to feel like there's somewhere that they can go to talk about it and find ways to overcome it. So yes, I hope this video was helpful in some way or another, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.